So I decided to get into trophy hunting. And in today's video, we're going to be going over a game that I got the platinum in that I really wanted to start this journey with, and go over how to get every trophy and just talk about the game itself. That game being Horizon Zero Dawn. Developed by Guerrilla Games and originally released in February 2017 on the PlayStation 4, to get the platinum for this game, you need to get the 55 trophies that you receive while playing the base game, doing things like hunting down animals, collecting collectibles, the simple tasks. Difficulty-wise, this game is pretty easy to get the platinum for, taking the average gamer about 40 hours to get it. Let's get into the game and talk about my journey to get this platinum. Real quick, in case y'all haven't played this game before for whatever reason, this is your one and only spoiler warning. The game starts out introducing us to Rost as he travels to Allmother Mountain to do a naming ceremony for the baby he is carrying. Traveling across the land, hiding from the machines that roam the earth, and climbing mountains, Rost finally makes it to the top of the mountain only to find someone waiting there for him, Matriarch Teersa. Reassuring him that she's there for the naming ceremony for the child, Rost walks over to the edge of the platform and names the child Aloy. Just then, another matriarch appears being against the ceremony, Lanceret. She comes out and scolds us for loving the child enough to name her, calling her a curse. Fast forward 6 years, we now get to see Aloy watching from a distance other kids gathering berries for their teacher. Aloy tries to give the teacher berries as well, but she shuns Aloy and gets the other children to shun her as well. You might be wondering why she's getting shunned, and we'll get into that. For now, just watch her fall into this cave. Exploring the cave, you find a device called a focus. She realizes that the device can show her information like video logs and ends up keeping the device and continues to try to get out of the cave. After getting out of the cave with the help of Rost, we end up going straight into training. We see someone climbing the walls, and a couple minutes later we see him fall into a horde of machines. Rost was going to leave him to his fate, but after realizing that Aloy can also see the paths of the machines, she dives in against Rost's orders and saves the boy who fell, giving us our first trophy. The boy is grateful that we saved him, but his leaders aren't happy that he was talking to us and scolds us.
They are outcasts both, and she is motherless.
Motherless? How rude. Aloy obviously being upset about being called that, all she really wants is answers to who she is and about her past. Pushing Rost for answers, she learns about something called the Proving, which if she wins, she would be able to get the answers that she is looking for. So she starts training for it, and years later, it is finally time for her to take the Proving. Before she starts though, Rost wants her to meet him somewhere for some last minute training. We go to the location Rost wanted us to go to, and we find our target for this training, a machine called a Sawtooth. Defeating it gives us our next trophy. Thinking that the purpose was to test her skills against the new machine, Rost tells her that the purpose of her training was to actually show her that she's been training for herself when she should be training to protect the lands of her tribe. Fast forward, it's the day before the Proving, and thanks to Matriarch Teersa, we were able to enter the village and join everyone else who are also taking the Proving. We end up seeing someone else who has a focus just like us, and when we try to question him, he ends up just leaving after a malfunction. Turns out the character's name is Olin, and he is going to be important for some upcoming plot. After giving thanks to Rost for taking care of us and for teaching us what we know, we try to talk to Olin again to get some answers, but we're not really able to get anything from him, so we sleep until the next day, the day of the Proving. The Proving consists of two parts, getting a trophy and racing to the finish. We do end up getting our trophy to proceed, but Bass, being the that he is, shoots the trophy out of our hands and breaks it, requiring us to get another. But this actually allows us to get our next trophy for shooting 10 components off the machines. We then race everyone to the finish and end up winning the race, becoming a brave and being able to get our questions answered. Except instead we won the race, but we got to watch this person get shot by an arrow by Shadow Carja who ambushed us. But at least we get a trophy for doing that. And I was totally prepared for the next fight, as you can tell by my awesome gameplay after getting the trophy. Okay. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, that's a rock. That's not healing. We fought back against the Carja the best we could. And I guess we were doing too good of a job because one of them decided to bring a machine gun to a bow fight. After the dude rides off both Vala and Bass from existence, we take down the machine gun wielder and the last of the Shadow Carja. As we loot the bodies, we sense that someone is behind us, and we almost get sacrificed by this dude if it wasn't for Rost coming in and saving the day. Just kidding, he gets stabbed. And because the Shadow Carja don't want to leave any traces of them behind, what better way of doing that than to blow up the area with explosives? Leaving it up to fate, Rost pushes us off the mountain with one request.
Survive.
And our last sight of Rost is him getting swallowed by the explosion. After grabbing our belongings and finding a focus left by one of the Karja, we see how they knew what we looked like. Olin talking to us. Turns out Olin was working for them, and now we need to find out why. We meet with Tirsa, who takes us to where Aloy was born. And after the door scans her and denies her access, it is decided that Aloy needs to heal the corruption that is affecting their goddess, and to do that, the Matriarchs made her a seeker, so that she had free roam of the world and would be able to come back without breaking any laws. After gaining the ability of being a seeker, as we try to leave, we get attacked by a machine that's different from the others that we have fought so far, a Corruptor. After we defeat the Corruptor and the group of Striders that it took control over, we loot the Corruptor and snag a part of it, and now we're able to override machines and make them friendly. Now we have free roam of the land, and now we can use this time to collect one of each collectible in the game. There are 5 collectibles in the game. They are Tallnecks, Metal Flowers, Bandages, Vessels, and Banuk figures. We also take a quick minute to take out the bandits in this camp, and in the process we get a trophy for headshotting 30 enemies. The last of the bandits, we clear one of the bandit camps of the game and get a trophy. And we also reach level 10 after we defeat this random watcher. We also end up finding a cauldron, which if we complete upgrades our tool, allowing us to take control of more machines. We defeat the Bella back inside, and after overriding Cauldron Sigma, we get another trophy. We also took some time to start completing some side stuff also required for a trophy at the end of the game. In this side quest specifically, we helped the Nora War Chief take out a group of Shadow Karja. After we raided their camp at night and blew up their stash of explosives and then defeated everyone and everything, we completed the side mission and got us another trophy. Now we can continue with the story. We head to Mother's Crown so we can speak to this woman named Maria about getting to Meridian. She tells us that there's a fort that blocks the path to get there, and no one would be able to get through it due to the corrupted machines. However, there's a chance that they might allow us to access it if we clear out the corrupted machines in the area. So we go out and do just that. Plus, clearing out one of the zones gives us a trophy. And during this, we get the trophy for killing all reconnaissance machines. During the second corrupted zone, we get another trophy for equipping a mod to our bow. And because of the extra damage I got from this mod, we were able to clear out both zones of the corrupted machines and head to the fort, where we see our good old friend, the Corruptor, causing some havoc. After taking out the Corruptor and the machines it took control of, we entered the fort and got another trophy. We finally get to Meridian and we meet up with Aaron, who is drunk. Very drunk. We tell him we need to see Olin to get some information from him, but when we went to his house, we found it empty. Suspicious. We open up this hatch and find a bunch of info as to why Olin was helping the enemy. They took his family captive and forced him to work for them in exchange for their safety. So now that we have that info and we know where he is, we go after him. And after this cutscene of him telling the leader basically that everything that was happening was madness, their focus has stopped working and we get a message from a random stranger. We then take out every human and machine in the canyon and confronted Olin. Olin tells us that the group of people that we were fighting aren't just Shadow Karja. They call themselves the Eclipse and they worship the machines that caused the corruption and want to use them to wipe out everyone else. Their leader, Helis, is the one who almost defeated us, and he used to work for the Mad Sun King before he was written off of existence. We choose to spare Olin because he was only doing this to protect his family, and he asked us to help him once more to get his family back, which we do. But first we need some trophies. Like this one for stealth killing 10 enemies, and this one for killing 10 enemies that are vulnerable to fire while they're on fire. Now we go to Maker's End and defeat the Eclipse and corrupted machines, and this giant machine called a Deathbringer. After that, we head inside and see another door like we saw in Allmother Mountain, only this time it actually opens up to us, calling us Dr. Sobek, and we head in. After getting through the building, we head outside to watch some holograms, one of them mentioning that there is a glitch in one of the machines. After we discuss things with our mysterious friend, he introduces himself as Silence, and we get another trophy. Now, during our journey to the next story mission, we started the side quest involving Aaron wanting to solve the mystery of where his sister is. Learning that his own tribe is behind it, we defeated the ones who betrayed him and the machines that they called. Aaron heads back to Meridian to see if his sister is actually dead, and we take a break from this side mission to continue the main story. And during the process, we actually got some other trophies along the way. One for defeating all transport machines, one for finding all the vessels, overriding all the Tallnecks, finding all the Banuk figures, and one for defeating 3 enemies using the Strike from Above skill. After fighting another Deathbringer in the Grave Horde, we finally make our way to the camp where the Eclipse is hiding. And after getting through the camp, we find the tall neck that the Eclipse have been using to communicate with each other. We also end up meeting the antagonist of the game, a machine known as Hades. After we escape, we get 2 trophies. One for completing the mission, and one for getting to level 25. We infiltrate Shadow Carja territory and find our next side mission, which we will be completing later. We also find the entrance of the next area that we need to get into so we can learn about what's actually going on. We enter the vents and drop down and learn about how the machines are actually destroying the Earth. And we learn about how in the past they were going to use something called Zero Dawn to stop the extinction from happening. We learn that they were going to use different robots to stop the extinction by using an AI called Gaia to create what is needed by using a different set of functions. Interesting that one of those functions is Hades. Suspicious. We unfortunately have to deal with more Eclipse, but after getting through them, we find the machine that we can use to copy the data needed to fix the door in Allmother Mountain. But before we can do anything, we get a grenade thrown at us and get taken by Helis. But at least we get a trophy. Now we wake up in a cage and Helis comes up to us and we get to talk to him for a bit. After he's told us that he's ordered the Eclipse to kill the Nora tribe and destroyed our focus, we see his speech and we're dropped into the arena to face off against a corrupted behemoth. After getting our weapons back by making the behemoth run into some pillars, we defeat the behemoth and are saved by Silence, to which Helis recognizes him. After getting out and away from Carja territory, Silence admits that he has helped Helis before, but that was because he didn't know Helis' true intentions. After learning what his intentions were, he stopped helping him and instead dedicated time to figure out how to stop him. After he rides off, we start riding back to Allmother Mountain, which is currently being attacked by the Eclipse, per Helis' orders. With the help of the other Nora, we defeated the corrupted Thunderjaw and the Eclipse. We walk up to the middle door of Allmother Mountain and uploaded the Alpha Registry to restore the data and clear the error, which opens the door and Aloy can finally head inside. After going through the area, we get a message from the AI Gaia herself, and we learn some big things. Most importantly, besides the fact that Hades almost gained control and tried to destroy everything, we learn that the reason that Aloy is motherless is because she is a copy of Elizabeth Sobek using genetic material. We also learn that Hades is the one responsible for corrupting the data registry, and Gaia tells us that we need to get the override to stop Hades once and for all. And after we leave and try our best to explain to the Nora and watch them attempt to praise us, hypocrites, we end up getting a trophy. And really quick, this is also where we get the trophy for knocking down 23 Grazer dummies. At this point, we finish up the Eren side quest as well. We head to Meridian to meet up with Eren at the Palace of the Sun, and we learn that indeed his sister was not dead. So we set out to try to find where she is, but when we do find her, she does end up dying. Heading back to the palace and fighting the enemy in this quest, an Oseram named Dervahl, we defeat him and his army of Glinthawks, and Eren takes him and puts him in prison. After speaking to the king and Eren about this, we get a trophy. We then head to the ruins of Gaia Prime to continue the story mission. Along the way, we end up finding a mini-boss, a Stormbird. After defeating it and heading into the ruins, we see a hologram of Elizabeth telling her colleagues that she was outside while a swarm of enemies was about to attack. She sealed the area and sacrificed herself for her team. We also find this room full of dead bodies and a hologram showing that the person responsible for this whole thing happening, a man named Ted Faro, opened a vent which sucked out the oxygen from the room that everyone was in and they all suffocated. You can really tell who the better person is. Someone who sacrificed her own life, and someone who sacrificed others. We find Silence in the entrance of the ruins and he gives us his spear, stating that this will be the last that they see of each other. Aloy takes his spear and attaches the override to it, and we're ready for the final battle. But actually, we're not, because we've still got a few more trophies to get. After getting the powerful weapon in the ruins, we start hunting for collectibles again. We started with metal flowers and we got the last one here, giving us a trophy. We left this one for last because it was in the same area as the Shield Weaver outfit, which getting this outfit took some work to do. See, to get the outfit, you need to plug in some power cells into slots here, and there's a total of 5 cells scattered across the world. In the Underground Bunker, Allmother Temple, Maker's End, the Grave Horde, and Gaia Prime. But once you get them all and you get the outfit, not only do you get, in my opinion, the best outfit in the game, it's just the coolest thing you can have for endgame. We also started clearing each area in quadrants, and during this we got the trophy for detaching 5 heavy weapons from machines outside Quadrant Xi. During this time we also completed another side mission needed for a trophy. This time we needed to help the Child Sun King escape, but to do that we needed the help from someone that was deemed a wanted fugitive with a bounty, a man named Uthe. After clearing out the outlanders that were trying to kill us and for killing the priest that tried to frame us, we started getting things ready to help the Child Sun King. One of the requirements to do this was to help clear out the pass, which meant that we had to defeat the Rockbreaker. While we fought it, we took a moment to scan it so we can get another trophy. After defeating the Rockbreaker, we clear out more of the pass, defeating the Eclipse and a corrupted Thunderjaw in the process. But we do it and we save the kid, giving us another trophy. Now at this point, we just go and collect a bunch of trophies for doing collectibles and stuff. Let's go through what we got. We cleared out all the bandit camps, found all the bandages, defeat one of each combat machine, and immediately after that overran all the cores in the cauldrons, cleared all the corrupted zones, overran 7 different machines, defeated one of each acquisition machine, and earned all the suns and blazing suns at a hunting ground. The hunting ground trophy was tedious, but required for a side quest for another trophy. In this last quest, we helped this woman named Talana take back the Hunter's Lodge from this dumb dude named Asus. We defeated some other machines, including some big ones, and were able to join the Hunter's Lodge. We learn of a special Thunderjaw named Redmaw that Talana really wanted to defeat because it was the machine that her father tried to defeat, but ended up losing. Asus found Redmaw, and we saw that he was trying to take credit for the kill himself, but with the help of Talana, we were able to defeat Redmaw without the help of Asus. And we got the trophy for reaching level 40 in the process. After Asus dies in front of us, we head back to the lodge to see that Talana has become the leader of it, and we get another trophy. The last bit of stuff we need to do is the rest of the hunting grounds, which we take up fast, getting both all suns and blazing suns at all grounds. It's finally time for the endgame. We sleep in this bed and get ready for the final battle. First up is Helis and his group of Eclipse, which we easily take out. Next is my favorite part, taking out a group of corrupted machines using a really cool launcher. Once we get that done, a Deathbringer appears and uses its rockets to blow up the gate while dragging Hades. After we get up and run through the burning city, we run up the mountain and meet up with our team. And after talking to all of them, we get... Wait. Where's my trophy? I did everything I needed to do, what the Yeah, so it turns out I didn't complete all the missions necessary. The trophy I was trying to get is called All Allies Joined, which you get after completing certain missions in the game before you sleep in the bed before the final part of the game. There's a total of 11 missions that you have to complete, and after looking through my list, I've only completed 6 of them, which means I had to complete the other 5 and then start this process over again. Alright, and after all those missions, we started sleeping in the bed and we finally got the trophy. Nice. We repeat the sections and get back to where Hades is, and it takes control of a Deathbringer, and during the fight, summons other machines to come and try to stop us. But we prevail and we defeat the Deathbringer, stab Hades in his robot eye, and we activate the Master Override, stopping the robot threat. After the credits, we get the trophy for beating the game. I wish we could say that we're done, but we have 2 more trophies to get. I decided to get these trophies on New Game Plus, specifically the Ultra Hard mode, because I do eventually want to 100% the trophy list. The first trophy we get is to reach the level 50, which we get after a couple of story missions. Now that we got to level 50, all we have to do is... That's a DLC trophy. Why didn't... So apparently I have been using DLC skills this entire time without even realizing. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Not really, but I guess it's cool, I guess, but whatever. After winning the race and becoming Seeker and defeating the Corruptor one more time, I felt like the fastest way I could get the last perk I needed was to override Tallnecks, so I did. I overridden 3 Tallnecks, and after getting the perks from them, I learned all skills, giving us our final trophy, and giving us that sweet platinum. And that's it. That was my journey with Horizon Zero Dawn. I really did enjoy getting the platinum for this game, and I recommend it to you guys as well. I personally rated a 9 out of 10. I liked the story and I liked the collectibles. I just can't give a point for the hunting grounds. I didn't like them. They weren't bad, I just personally didn't like them. But if you liked this video, I really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. I plan on making more trophy hunting videos. I just have to plan time to get the trophies and edit between work and whatnot. I'm telling you, being an adult sucks. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.